Hi, welcome back. Truth Over Fitness from Underdogs on Top Studio. My name is Chie Figure Prodigy Terui.
And I am Sir Earl Bell.
Today's episode, we would like to talk about
The art of living your dream.
so the why you decided to for this episode.
Well, why is it'll be self-explanatory, but we used to I started out training a hip hop artist that I'm quite sure most of you people have heard of. And if you haven't asked your kids, they'll tell you, Mr. Lupe Fiasco, which very rarely do we ever mention names of people who we work with, no matter, especially if they're famous. Okay.
We just went to the concert.
Right.
That was a Rue's Food and Liquor album 20th anniversary.
Right.
And we actually backstage with them because of Earl has trained Lou 20 some years ago.
Right.
Yeah. I remember he was so young at that time. I think in 20 years old. I think at 20, 21. And he was just an upcoming rapper from a First and 15th.
Right.
Which is a shout out to Charles.
Chili.
And that was the first time I met. And I remember he actually go to Earl's office and get on the YouTube, check his video, how many hits he had, he has getting. And it was a really exciting moment at the time, far as, because you're a new upcoming artist and everything what you do, is important to build your body and mind. And me and him had talked about martial arts because he does, martial arts, and I am Kendall black belt. And so we talk about that a lot at the time. And it's amazing to see after 20 some years, now he's the worldwide a top artist. And it is how the one person's dream, become after 20 some years later. And it's a big scale.
Right. For me personally, I mean, yes, we attended the concert and it was absolutely spectacular. For me, as a person that started out with a guy, like when I first started training Lou didn't even have an album out. He's since released maybe 5, 6, 7 albums, and he's at the top of the sport. And what it does for me personally, knowing him is a great thing. But to sit back and observe the hard work that a person like him dedicates to a dream, and then for that dream to come true, having multi-platinum albums, traveling the world, achieving your goals, sell out crowds, and all those things, it inspires me to let me know the dream that you have. Like, my dream has always been to change the world of fitness. That has always been my dream. To bear witness to an individual who lived his dream because first off, he had a dream, which I think a lot of people today don't. And to work so hard towards his dream. This was during a period that first he came out, he was hot. Charles Chili got sentenced. Now, this is the guy who's his manager and producer. He spent 16 years in prison and came back and never missed a beat. I mean, him and Lou have grew to a level that act like that feels like they never went anywhere. And it's been very, very challenging. And it goes to me and it proves to me, never stop believing in your dream, because it could have all fell apart with that 16-year prison, so he had a 44-year prison sentence. He wound up doing 16 years behind bars, and then to come out and like not miss a beat, to go from an unknown artist that's trying to get somewhere to like where we went last night, sellout crowds, standing room only, thousands of people cheering you. That's just, it inspires me to continue to work hard and understand and believe that my dream too can come to flourish. And that's my mission. That's what I got from it. Not that I didn't enjoy seeing Lupe Fiasco, but it lets you know that to work hard and stay focused on your goal, you can make your dreams come true. And that was the inspiration, besides the great music and the sellout crowds. That was my inspiration to stand behind what I want to do with my dream, and gives me the hope that hard work and never giving up will definitely help you get to where you're trying to go. So that was what I took from actually seeing a person that I started with, started training, that he didn't even have an album out, you know what I mean? And to believe in himself so much and to work hard all the years that he could quit. He could have said, "Okay, well, my manager, my boss," all he had a million reasons and excuses to give up, but he didn't. And that was the inspiration that I took from really seeing and attending, meeting, talking to, and remembering that this was a person that started from zero, from nothing, west side of Chicago. No one expected nothing from him, but yet he's grown to be one of the greatest in the world. And that's so inspiring to me, because this is not a person that I heard about, that I read about. This is a person that I know, that I've seen come up through the years, over the last 20 years, who was a good friend of mine, that I've seen. Not like I say, I didn't hear from somebody, I didn't read about it. I know this person. I see this person. Have been knowing this person for well over 20 plus years. And it's just a great, great inspirational story. And it definitely inspires me to continue to push and live my dream. That's what it does.
Yeah, lot of time we only look at the outside and the outcome, and most of people don't really realize, the time within the 20 some years of what they have to went through. You know what I
Right.
mean? And most of the time we the same.
Right.
You came from a nothing, or I'm came from overweight, and what the people see is, oh,
Right.
that she finally won a competition, but that's all is to them.
Right.
But to us, it's the 20 some years, 6 days a week, never missed a workout, eating a food, the drinking water, cardio,
Yeah.
and that's besides the business,
Right.
training clients, the 10 to 18 people a day, and a lot of time it's just so many successful people have those stories, and a lot of time we only see the outcome,
Right.
and or can witness. Now, fortunately, the far as Lou, made it where he is. But at the same time, we actually had a more artists
Right.
or models or the politicians,
Right.
and so many people that we came across, and most of the people didn't make it.
Right.
Okay, so not just that we only know him and that he's only successful stories. I understand why it's hard, because we had so many other clients then trying same thing that what he was trying to do,
Right.
then they didn't make it
Right.
because of their mental, strength probably didn't have it, or they
It's
gave up quick.
right to
You know,
make it to be a success and live your dream. It's hard work. It's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of challenges, like you said, that people will never see. Because we're not talking about this took you 2 days. We're talking about this took you 20+ years.
right?
You know,
Yeah, and level to where he is.
right,
You know what I mean? And we had a one time one of my clients, Angela, her daughter is Raven. You
right,
know, Renee,
right,
right?
right,
The same thing. But I only saw, last the 7 8 years,
right,
right? And she was in the LA, and then Angela was constantly help her daughter to survive there. But she told us that little Raven had since a little girl and saying, I'm going to be the singer.
right,
You know what I mean? But now to where she is, the Billboard top 5,
right,
and you're talking about the UK or Australia in the top 3. I mean, it's years and years of the discipline and not giving up and continue to follow your dream, even though you have so many different obstacles.
right,
You know what I mean? And a lot of time, I'm sure that's a Beyonce. I'm sure the Tiger Woods. I'm sure all the Michael Jackson. You know what I mean?
right.
It's just so many people have a lot of stories, and it's not an overnight sensation.
Nah,
Some people are like, wow, where she came from or where he came from. I don't even know he was this big. You know what I mean? But for us to witness that, and that's a truly, we feel, you know, how hard he worked. Also, the him, Charles, and so is Khadijah. I mean, so many people around him. That's the believe and everybody worked together. It's a dark moment. They still kept going.
right,
You know what I mean? And it's amazing thing that how it came to a point where Soul Shed. It's like first show on Thursday was sold out, so they had to add another,
right,
and that one is sold out. It is like a pack of people, and I love the fact that the crowd was diverse.
right,
It's like so many people love his music and his messages. It's amazing.
right.
Yeah.
One of the things, and I hadn't discussed it with you, but one of the things Doc said, Doc, he lives off Lakeshore Drive. So he said going up Lakeshore Drive, the division exit and a few more exits was packed. It was so backed up. And he was saying he thought maybe, these people was going to the soccer game or Soldier Field or whatever. And come to find out, majority of the people have had it so backed up was going to see Lou's concert. Because that's what when he was talking about it, he said, I was wondering why traffic was so backed up on Division. Because, Division is right off North Avenue, that where we went when we got off on the Dan Ryan to go to the Salt Shed. And Lakeshore Drive, those people were coming from the other opposite, getting off on Division.
Hey, it was a lot of traffic.
Yeah,
I would try not to be late. I would try not to be late. And most of the time, like I said, Earl doesn't go nowhere. So that was the big thing that he went to the concert, but for us to see him where he started and meet all of his family, his mom, all his sisters, the Charles' side of the family. I mean, that was such a great crowd, and I truly thank you, especially Khadijah, Charles, and Dorcas. I mean, they actually took us in as a family. I bought my son because he's really big Lou fans, and also his friend. And he was ecstatic.
Yeah.
He was like, oh my God, I have never been a VIP, and it's just the hospitality of these people and how they treat us. I truly appreciate.
It's two things that I get out of it that I want to mention. is one, never give up on your dreams. Never quit on your dreams. That's one of the things that we always talk about with our clients. Never give up, never quit. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is, as wanting to be at the top of your sport, my mind's happen to be fitness, it opens up so many. I've made so many friends and I've been treated so well. And we're not, like when I was talking with Charles, most of the people there were music people trying to get into the industry. But I always say I never thought as a young knucklehead coming from Inglewood that you would be to the point being a fitness expert, because most people don't make it. And it's something I've been doing well over 30 years. To be accepted and respected by, like you say, by Charles, by Dorcas, by Khadijah, by these people trust you and they pay you. It ain't like, I've always say, when you are included in a person's priority, like I was talking to Corey, when you sit down and you think of all the things, you and your wife, you sit down and you think about all the things you have to pay. Normally it's mortgage, insurance, things like that. But then also with us, you got to include, okay, we got to have some money for training. So your what you give to them is so important that it's included.
They become their bills, household
Right,
bills.
right. Yeah, exactly.
No, you know what? That's so yeah, that's so true because many of my clients, like after mortgage and electricity bill, I mean, all of the bills are paid, and next to is a Chie's bill.
Right, and that's for a person coming from where I did and being able to establish what I've established, me and Chie, to be included, to be considered that important to people, and you're just a trainer.
Yeah.
It says a lot about what you mean to those people.
Yeah.
And we're not celebrities, we're trainers, and we've trained a lot of celebrities and people of influence, but we're just trainers,
And we always feel like we want their best.
Right.
We want to help.
Right.
So they can become the best.
And if you're not genuine, these type of people.
I agree. You feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Everything of what we do from our heart, it's just that's all is to it. We want everybody's a success. Want everybody to success.
Right.
It doesn't have to be the famous people.
Right.
Even though, we have so many, regular average clients.
Right.
But I always took that seriously with their goals.
Right.
Now, if you're going to follow or not, that's on you, okay? That's a whole another episode that we been had before. But our genuinely, the feeling is a passion and what we trying to do is for each individual client. So we wanted to see everybody succeed.
Right. And I believe, and it's funny because I just got a piece of mail that says, for 2 years straight, we've been voted as the best personal training studio in Homewood, and it's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I can say that separates us from everybody is not the important people you train, it's not the people it's the love. We love what we do for people, whoever. Because to me, a famous rich person is it means just as much to us as a poor ass person that is scrimping their pennies together to keep paying us.
I'm telling you, yes.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
And the reason that people do that, the reason we've been voted the best over the last 2 years, is that we have a love for our people.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. And I think people truly feel that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the things that we do, like this podcast, started off, there's a lot of things that me and Earl always talk on the breakfast or whatever, and then we need to start talking about it more and then share to the audience, and then that's why Earl create this platform, and then we create this studio, and
And you know what we try to do is probably, I'm quite sure you've heard more than one trainer or whatever. We try to tell apart as more than just chicken breast salads, tuna. We live a different we live a life. We have things that we do. We have ups and downs. You know, so what we wanted to add when we decided to do this podcast is the realism of the life. People put on as trainers just work out, get big, eat good. It's way more to life than that.
yeah,
You know, we're normal people, and that's why we call it the truth of fitness. We definitely show you a side that we're human, we're people.
yeah, and it's what's really matters because like I said, yeah, the nutrition program is important. Yes, how you training is important, but the besides that, what you learn from the training, how you apply to your life. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I think sometimes you only see the diet and training,
Right.
but it's a way more than that,
Way.
way more. And also well, first of all, this industry, I mean, personal training, our business gave me a lot of experience so far as to meet a lot of people,
Yeah.
in the last 25 some years.
And it's one thing that I always try to live by, and that I say and that I try to teach you is always leave something better than when you found it.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the true meaning of leading a successful life.
And that, what, that's really, he said about me being competing. The when the figure started 2002 and I started competing 2003, he always said it. You gotta leave this sport, and you gotta make it better.
Right.
And I actually invest my time and my funds to create the Japan tour.
Right.
I did that last 14 years to bring.
And the thing is, as a side note, the tour, like you say, using your own money, people don't realize Japan was 20 years behind in the world of fitness until you
At
started
that
doing
time,
that.
yes.
But
Yeah.
now,
And it came up so much.
Yeah.
Right. And it's literally when I started, I was not pro.
right.
I was competing and winning state show and the regional show and things like that. But what I wanted to was more so our people, share this fitness world and show more.
Right.
More than just the lifting, and because Japanese people, they all small,
Right.
and what muscle with a woman? I'm like, what are you saying? You know what I mean? So at the time, it was not popular, as it was this really small group of, the federation was really small as well. But I started the competition, the information to seminar, personal training, modeling. I opened up to so many people in Japan that actually I was discovered by bodybuilding magazine in Japan, and I have been on it for a long time
Right.
as a uh, coaching or
Used
model.
to write a lot of
Yeah,
articles for it.
articles. Yeah, so it did. Now when I look it back, and now is Japan is they have Olympia there.
Yeah.
It is came up so much. So I'm glad that what we actually, our talent and our hard work is actually showing to those, so many people in their life
Right.
or the country, and I'm truly the happy about what I have done, and then seeing the Lou performing, such a great performer.
Right.
It was one of the thing a reminder to us that what we have done and watched the scene and everything, you know what I mean, and then become, you know, this person, and now is a worldwide star. It's just amazing. Everybody, you know, anybody can follow, never quit, and get to where they need to be where they
Yeah.
wanted to go. So
Put in the work.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
believe
but
in yourself.
well, the one thing we have been now doing our conditioning class on every Saturday, 1 p.m. at 18061 Dixie Highway, Ratio 101 Fitness. So this is actually group training conditioning class, so anyone can join. The drop-in classes are $38. It's a 90 minutes class. And also, we will start in June 30 on Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. We're going to start doing a kickboxing class read by Derek Jackson.
Right.
He's actually the professional, the martial arts, artist that where I have been training and helping Derek for his tournament and
Yeah,
competition. So
and we actually started back our which we hadn't done in a while. Our life beyond the workout.
well, for the podcast that
Right.
we have, bringing our guests on,
Right.
life beyond the workout as well. So please stay tuned, and we have a lot of things already on the book. And if you like to get more information, you can always reach us on this platform. And if you like our podcast today, please hit like and share, and please subscribe. But until next time, be healthy, be happy, and don't ever give up.
Yeah. Peace out.
Bye.